Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to have a look at Potion Permit. I would like to give a massive thanks to the publisher for a review copy. Those of us with a passion for all things alchemy will surely know about Mass Hive's upcoming RPG with clever brewing and healing puzzles. Will this be one to add to your backlog? Well, let's crack on. The story sees your character being sent by the medical association to the recluse little town of Moonbury after the mayor's daughter falls ill and the local witch doctor cannot heal her. After successfully aiding her, you'll make this place your new home, although the townfolk are very heedful of you, simply because they don't trust anyone from the capital or outsiders. So you'll have to gain their trust by completing tasks and healing them and so forth. One thing I did like about the game was the fact that the townfolk are just carrying on doing their daily duties, so they're pretty much scattered around the town. It just made the game seem more lifelike. Potion Permit describes itself as an open-ended RPG where you will gather resources and carry out side quests. Many of these include your run-of-the-mill fetch quests, but the rewards range from upgrading the town's services or creating a stronger bond with that quest giver. You will be accompanied by your faithful dog who can direct you to an NPC you may be looking for, or can dig out things like ginger or truffles from the ground. Your main tools consist of a sickle, hammer and axe, which are used for both to farm and to defeat enemies. Townfolk will need your expertise, and you'll diagnose the ailment and come up with the right brew or concoction. The developers have created a clever way to make each of these steps more engaging. The diagnosis phase, for example, will require the player to carry out a variety of short mini-games, with its result causing the patient to be displeased or happy with your service. The potion brewing, on the other hand, is a clever puzzle segment. Each of the ingredients you collect in the different biomes range from minerals to organic matter. They all have one of 4 elements assigned to them, as well as being chemically represented as a Tetris piece. The medication will have a specific amount of slots that require specific pieces and quantities, which can also be constricted by elements. On top of that, the pieces cannot be rotated, so there is a good dose of strategy behind it. I did really enjoy this system due to its unique approach to a gaming mechanic that has been seen in so many other games before it. One minor gripe was the way the stamina mechanic was implemented, where it will deplete as you carry out actions like attacks or gathering and so forth. You need to consume food in order to restore the spent energy, but I always felt that I had to massively pig out and have diminishing returns in terms of how much got restored, and that saw me going back and forth to my house or to the town, and I just found there was a lot of backtracking, especially early in the game. The main penalty of running out of stamina is that you can't swing any weapons, meaning that if you get swarmed by enemies, you either run or you collapse. Another problem, which is very common with review copies, was the annoying but not game-breaking bugs in the game. Most of these were fed back to the developer and will hopefully be addressed in time for the game's release. The soundtrack is atmospheric and has some decent music to it as well. Hearing your 4-legged pal barking when left idle is a nice touch. Melodies are really peaceful and relaxing, which is to be expected from a game like this. Visually, the game is gorgeous, and it somewhat reminds me of both Moonlighter and Wargroove in terms of its pixelated style and fluidity. The assets have been nicely created, and there are many cutscenes in the game. I did find that the frame rate would come to a halt, almost as if the game was loading. This was slightly frustrating, especially during some of the puzzles that required timing. Other than that, great visuals. The game will be out both physically and digitally. The pricing for the digital copy is reasonable, but would rather fare better once the issues are fixed. I did really enjoy this game regardless, and there is a lot to see and do as well. Don't expect a Stardew Valley here, but a new experience altogether. Moonberry has become my new home, and I'm helping it grow and thrive each in-game day that passes. I found the game both engaging and rewarding, especially because there's a lot to unlock, and as you progress, things get better, the town grows a bit more, you unlock more stuff, you become a better chemist. There's just a really good upgrading and loop mechanic of sorts. I forgot to mention, one of the digital editions seems to have sort of cosmetic items included. I'm not too sure, it's not very descriptive in the eShop, but from what I've seen, it looks like you can get extra furniture and so forth. So, hope you like the review. It scores a 7 out of 10. If you like what you've seen, please subscribe, like, all that jazz. Let me know if you're going to pick this one up. If you get to play it, I would love to hear your thoughts. I will have more reviews coming in very shortly. Stay safe, everyone. Peace.